Deals, we got some stuff.
Everyone, welcome to this week's hype for the week of 4/20, 2014.
He's Bryan, and I'm David. This is this week's hype.
And he still interrupts me.
Starting off in theaters this week, we have... Did it again. Starting off in theaters this week, we have The Other Woman, starring Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann, and Kate Upton.
With her huge tracts of land. It's my turn. I'm going to play Interrupting Bryan today. Have at it.
And Nikolai Coster-Waldau, a.k.a. Jamie Lannister. Pretty much, Cameron Diaz finds out that her boyfriend, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, is cheating on her, tries to get her life back together, somehow ends up running into Leslie Mann, who is the wife, the actual wife. They somehow become best friends and find out that he's cheating on both of them with the very lovely Kate Upton. They somehow all get together and plot revenge against him because he's doing some pretty shady things at work, and there you go. It's a movie plot. Not very good, but hey, whatever. If you're looking for a romantic comedy this week, that's the one to go to.
I'm afraid he's going to go Gerard Butler, because Gerard Butler's like, 300! Yes! I'm manly and have muscles, and I could stab 1,000,000 Persians in the face.
Jamie Lannister only has one hand.
This is true. So that's why he needs 3 women? 1 hand, 2 hands, 3rd hand?
Gross.
Anyway, so we're going to move on to Brick Mansions, starring the late Paul Walker. A dystopia Detroit where they've taken these abandoned brick mansions, as you will, or industrial buildings, and they sealed them off because they are unsafe to live in for normal people. But it's got a whole bunch of crime in it. It's it's kind of like a ward, if you will.
It's like a modern day Kowloon.
That's a good reference.
It is.
I like it.
It is.
So it ends up like the mayor and a bunch of other political workers and stuff are kidnapped into this
walled off city,
walled
if you
off
will.
space. Yeah, and they by who kidnaps them?
The RZA! WuTang Clan!
Woo woo.
Ain't nothing to mess with.
There you go, keeping it clean. PJ-13.
Yes,
so
we
this
are.
is the second week in a row we've had a rapper in a movie.
Yeah, but this rapper is actually still relevant and very good at what he does. Ice Cube, looking at you, man.
So this is from the co-writer of The Transporter. So he's taking out his kung fu roots and going to what looks like to be a more parkour style of action. Lots of building jumping, ladder jumps, wall flips. It seems like some of the combat is even based that way. It's the choreography. He's like, oh, I'm going to kick him. And he's like, nope, I do the little pinwheel move off the ladder, and it's all good and good. But so if you're in for the action this week, might be worth a look, especially if you're a Paul Walker fan. I mean, saying again that he was recently deceased. So
It's the last movie he'll ever make.
yeah, that's kind of dark.
It's the truth. Moving on to movies coming out this week, we have Big Bad Wolves coming out.
Three Little Pigs?
Three Little Pigs.
No?
No.
No.
Movie about a renegade cop who's researching the murders of messing this up really bad.
No. Yeah, he's got his family member was murdered, and it's like a string of murders, and so he's like, and this kind of ties back to Paul Walker and Brick Mansions. He was that I'm gonna do anything cop too. So they were like, we need the best of the best. So now we have another renegade cop coming to DVD this week, and he's trying to hunt down a religious studies teacher who was arrested previously but let loose because of a police blunder. So it's going to be one of those hunt him down kind of movies where that mental game of chess, who's going to get what? Is it going to be the brains of the villain or the brawn of the cop or the resolve of the cop that's going to win the day?
And finishing off with movies this week, we still have even more cops that are going against the law. This time in The Suspects, which is being released on the 22nd tomorrow. 2 African-American social studies teachers are going to pose as bank robbers to study the racial dynamics of small-town law enforcement. That exactly. But things take a horrible, deadly twist in this movie as the cops arrest them. Things go very bad. Looks like a very good movie. Check it out. Why not? Starring Mekhi Phifer.
Mekhi Phifer
is going to be in it, and looks like a pretty good movie.
So let's jump out of Hollywood. Let's go to video games.
And straight into the water, with tomorrow being the release date for Octodad on PC, $14.99 on Steam. Game about you're playing a dad, going undercover. You're playing as Octopus, going undercover as a dad. Game looks amazing. It's actually the finished project of the 2010 game that was released as an indie game project. Looks pretty good for... What is wrong here? What's going on?
All I can think of is hentai. Like, he has a family, and his wife's like, oh, my husband. It's like, tentacles.
Seen enough of that to know where that's going.
Tentacles. Anyway, yeah, and then there's like... I can understand, like, the physics are really cool because, you have to try to stand up and you're, like, in a suit.
And you're doing a bunch of wacky stuff and blowing things up and destroying things and breaking stuff.
Goat Simulator meets The Sims?
No. Clearly you haven't played Goat Simulator because there's nothing like Goat Simulator. It is a physics-based game, though, so give it a shot if you're into that kind of thing. But more story-driven, a la, I don't know, kind of like a South Park episode.
Okay.
Looks pretty good. It's about destruction, deception, and being a dad. Check it out. $14.99 on Steam this week.
Boom. And the supreme gaming race rejoice. Dark Souls 2 is coming to PC.
Woo!
Yay! So
Releases
everybody with
Friday.
those awesome rigs, I hope you're ready. The game played well on Xbox 360 or PS3. I enjoyed it. It was, still enjoying it. As we speak, but now it's time. I don't know if I'll rebuy it for PC. I was just really impatient and I didn't want to wait. But so that's this week as well. So
also releasing on Steam for $50 this week, Friday,
the
25th.
You got it. So we're gonna move on to something a little bit different. We haven't done it before. It's called Deals of the Week. So we kind of perused the internet
and found some pretty cool, sweet deals out there for all those people who trying to look to save a couple bucks this week until payday or whatnot. This week we have, if you haven't seen it already, which you should have, shame on you if you haven't, Avatar: The Last Airbender, books 1 through 3 are being sold right now on Amazon.com for $12 a pop. Also, Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, book 1, Air, is being sold for $13 on Amazon right now. If you haven't seen either of these series, you should definitely do a favor to yourself and watch them. Fantastic. Artwork is great, storyline's amazing, it's a roller coaster ride of emotion all the way through. Definitely pick it up.
Speaking of emotions, is everybody ready to have their hearts broken and cry for about an hour in full 1080p? Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, it hits home.
Probably the saddest movie
you'll ever see.
Of course, is Miyazaki, and it's at Best Buy actually for $13. For Blu-ray, that's not bad.
Online only.
Oh, good call. And then also we do have the Game of Thrones Season 3 Blu-ray DVD Ultraviolet combo is going to be on Amazon for $35 this week.
Not bad, but if you prefer to actually read the books and get ahead and see all the people who are going to die in this series, then you can actually get it on Kindle right now for $20. The entire Song of Ice and Fire 5-book set for $20 on Kindle right now. So if you'd much rather read the books, got a good deal on it right now. Also, Griffin is having a Mother's Day sale for all those people who are kind of worried about that right now. They're having a 20% off sale on everything in their on their online store with the promo code MOM20 at checkout. That's capital MOM 20 at checkout.
If you're watching this and your mom is 20,
that brings a lot of questions.
I'll put my phone number in the comments below.
That brings up a lot of questions. Because if you're watching this and your mom is 20, how old are you?
That's for another day. Okay, so guys, what are you going to spend your money on this week? What are you excited for? What are you going to go see? Let us know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hop on over to Facebook.com/strictlynerd or even follow us on Twitter. David's not going to do it this time. He's not interrupting me. Hallelujah. Going to follow us on Twitter, @StrictlyNerd. Again, my name is Brian Pruitt.
And I'm David King.
Did it to me anyway. Great. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you had a great Easter. And we'll see you next week for this week's hype. Easter.
Oh, mother. It's going to take forever to wash this out of my hair!